We've got some breaking news on the front of The Australian tomorrow. Fat surplus, but grace for crunch. Brace for crunch is the headline. Jim Chalmers will reveal the nation's first surplus in 15 years will be significantly higher than forecasts in the budget, as economists warn of a rapid economic slowdown that could trigger Australia's second recession in 3 years. Ollie, that's a lead that's got sort of starts you off with a high. Great news that the Jim maybe said that the numbers weren't as rosy back in May. Here we are, and at the end of the financial year, and we only have Western Australia to thank.
We only have Western Australia to thank, but I think all of Australia is going to be looking at this tomorrow and going, great, surplus, but what are you doing to address the cost of living?
Yep.
And I know it's a point that Peter Dutton, the opposition leader, has been prosecuting here in Perth the last 2 days. He was on my show this afternoon saying the government's just obsessed with the voice at the moment. They need to be talking about cost of living pressures. I think that's what everybody's worried about, because we've got more CPI data coming out tomorrow as well, which should be really interesting. Yeah. Obviously, the Reserve Bank's probably going to make a move next week as well, so interest rates go up. Jim Chalmers has got a lot to show for it, but he's got to then answer some questions tomorrow about what relief there will be for Australians with their electricity bills, with their basket of goods. I think that's something the government needs to refocus on.
Yeah, and I think, as my colleague Tom Dersovic writes so aptly tomorrow, be mindful of the Treasurer's spin on this tomorrow, that is for sure.